Hello and welcome to Ryno's Ravens preview. Please like and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will get an alert when I drop a video for the Ravens preview show, usually Fridays, leading up to a game happening Sunday, and then the review show Mondays. As you can see, I am on BaltimoreRavens.com. Ravens do have the San Diego Chargers coming up, but bigger news than that is Mark Andrews. So we'll take a look at this article on BaltimoreRavens.com. And in the byline, Ryan Mink, editorial director. Headline really kind of says it all right there. Mark Andrews undergoes surgery on that ankle. Is a chance we could see him play this year. I guess technically it would be next year, early next year, but still this season, indicating maybe the Ravens have a deep playoff run. Potentially, we could see Mark Andrews again. But really tough to say. I mean, it's really early. I don't even know if there's word that the surgery went with tremendous success or what. I didn't see anything like that. Got to get into the rehab, and then we'll really see how long he'll be out. Speaking of players being out, take a look at the injury report for this Week 12 matchup between the Ravens and the Chargers. You see, Mark Andrews is technically listed on this injury report. He is listed as out. Now, going to have to pick up the slack now that Mark Andrews not here, so you're going to need to call on your wide receivers more, and there are 4 of them on this injury list. Doesn't bode too well. Rashad Bateman did do something to his foot earlier this week in practice. See, he was limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday, so he should be okay to go. Beckham, as I mentioned in that last preview show, the review show I did. The last review show I did following the Thursday night game, Beckham did go down with a shoulder injury. He didn't participate Wednesday. He was limited Thursday, full participant Friday. So, more to come on that. Duvernay, knee injury of some kind, limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday and Friday. Should be available. Zay Flowers, hip, limited participant Wednesday, did not participate Thursday, full participant Friday. Though it is kind of expected. I mean, that was a hard-hitting affair by Cincinnati defense. Hit Mark Andrews so hard they injured him. Hit Odell Beckham so hard they injured him. They almost injured Lamar Jackson. Well, I guess technically Lamar Jackson did have an ankle tweak of some kind. Flowers took a big hit. Seemed to happen in the Cleveland game too, as well. People getting big hits on Ravens. Guess we got to start dealing it out more too. Malik Harrison, backup linebacker, groin injury. Nothing listed Wednesday or Thursday. Didn't participate Friday. Game status is doubtful as of now. Marlon Humphrey, calf injury. Limited all week. Questionable for the game. Though I think with the performance of Brandon Stevens and the play of Ronald Darby, in my opinion, looks to be the next best corner on the outside. I think they're going to be okay if Humphrey needs to miss some time. Where am I at? Jesus. Giant list here. Which is odd since they hadn't played in, 10 days? Last Thursday. You got this many names on the injury report? Wow. Charlie Kohler, backup tight end, which we don't need to see. Illness. Still illness going around the locker room. Though it really is that time of the year. Wednesday, Thursday, nothing is listed. Did not participate Friday. Questionable as of now. Arthur Millette, slot corner. Also with an illness. Did not participate Wednesday. Full participant Thursday and Friday. Game status is, a little line through it. So, really looks like he's going to play. Trenton Simpson, we did see him go down in the game. Been ruled a concussion. Was it the Cincinnati game or was it the Cleveland game? Well, I think it was the Cleveland game. I don't know. They both wear orange, so it kind of throws me off. He is listed here with a concussion and has been ruled as out. Hopefully he can get right from this. Stanley, the list just keeps going and going. Still not done. Knee/rest. Potentially, the knee may not be. When did Stanley injure that? He injured it in the Cleveland game. The one they lost. Yeah. Injured that in the Cleveland game, late in the Cleveland game. Apparently, it may not be as bad as initially thought. Limited Wednesday, full participant Thursday. Yes, did not participate Friday, but how much exactly do you need your left tackle to practice? Tough to say. Game status is questionable. He really might be out there. It really might be. Name we haven't seen in a while, Demarion Williams, or Pepe Williams, as he likes to be called. Another cornerback, so might be getting depth at cornerback. More on what's up with him a little bit later. Ankle is the injury. Full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Cool. Looking at the Chargers, Keenan Allen, their best receiver, is listed here. Not 100% sure why, because limited full. Nothing for the game status, so I don't even know why. Kind of the same thing with Justin Herbert. Full participant all week, not even sure why he's listed. But left finger injury. Now, we had the last game where there was some kind of mind games played with whether the quarterback had a hand injury or not. Yeah, Joe Burrow apparently was spotted coming off the plane, or was it the bus? I guess it was the bus. With a wrist brace. But that video was quickly taken down. Now here you go, Justin Herbert on the injury report here. Is that mind games or is that really something? Because he didn't miss any time. Who knows? But, and I really say that it might be some mind game stuff because I know there is some of that here. You say that, he has a finger injury. With the Ravens and their defense and the way they've been getting after quarterbacks, is that to try to entice Raven defenders to try to go after the ball. Try to do some swatting around the quarterback, and maybe you get the quarterback to throw the ball while one defensive lineman has their big hand coming in, maybe hits Herbert in the face, and maybe you get a penalty like that. Has happened before. It has. So I don't know if this is really anything other than trying to mess with people. All right, let's get on to the news section. See this article written by Ryan Mink, editorial director. Zay Flowers, Ronnie Stanley are expected to play. You never really know, I guess, but, until the game starts. But all indications by or from Ravens and their coaching staff and by the people that cover them is they're going to play. Odell Beckham, though, shoulder's a little different. He had been wearing a brace on that shoulder. This is kind of something that has been lingering with Odell for a while, so he will have to be a game time decision. Actually, I kind of want to talk about Pepe a little bit here. What did they actually say? That's right, he was removed from the list. Pepe, and you can see this article written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. Pepe Williams, was it Demarion? Yeah, Demarion Williams is his real name. People like calling him Pepe. He is a little small. I think that's where Pepe comes in. He does look to have some skill at the cornerback position. Is he like a lockdown corner? Well, not yet. He's only a second-year player. Has been dealing with a lot of injuries. But he has been removed from the injured reserve list, and the Ravens have a few weeks or some X amount of time. It's in the article here. I can't remember exactly. The Ravens do have some time to actually put him on the 53-man roster. Will he play in this game? Don't know yet. But he does look to be getting closer and closer and closer to coming back. All right, what did I want? Oh, this is why I did this. Okay. This article is more about likely, and that's why I wanted to move the tabs around, because Pepe was kind of an injury, and now we're moving into, after injuries. See, this article worked on by Clifton Brown and Ryan Mink. Likely, as in Isaiah Likely, prepares for a bigger role now that Mark Andrews is going to be out for a considerable amount of time. I did want to look at some of the numbers they pulled here. As I have mentioned, I do think Isaiah Likely is a good tight end, especially for being a backup. I think he's great. He's 6'4". He's got a lot of range. He's got a lot, catch radius. It's a very big catch radius. He is a good target in the red zone, which is one of the big things I think that you can't replace Mark Andrews, let's say, with Flowers and Beckham and Bateman. You can get some of them guys out in the open field and get them some touches. In the red zone, it's a little different because Mark Andrews just had more size than Beckham and Bateman and, of course, Flowers. Excuse me. So, who do you replace the size with? Well, Isaiah Likely is a good candidate here. Last year, when Mark Andrews missed some time, Likely saw 36 catches with 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, he was targeted 6 times, but some of that was with Tyler Huntley at quarterback, so not as accurate of a thrower. Here this year, only 9 catches, not even 90 yards for Isaiah Likely. He just hasn't been utilized as much. And while you can't replace Mark Andrews, but you can have the offense clicking on the same amount of cylinders with Likely and, let's say, Aguilar and Bateman getting more catches and seeing more opportunities and targets. So you can replace the targets and replace the size. So it is with multiple players, but the offense should still be able to run as fluid as it has been. we'll just have to see, because I think to a certain extent, Lamar being on the first team practices more with Mark Andrews. Tyler Huntley being on the second team practices more with Isaiah Likely. And I think that's why Tyler Huntley showed a liking to Likely. And while Lamar just brought in so many wide receivers, still had his favorite guy, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely just kind of gets lost in the shuffle there. But Lamar's going to be paying a lot more attention to him now. All right, let's go to the logistical stuff. Night game, Sunday Night Football. Los Angeles Chargers coming in. No, it's a road game. Yeah, duh. That's what the little at right there says. Baltimore Ravens are going into SoFi Stadium. Big fancy new stadium they got out there in California. Okay. Going to visit the Los Angeles Chargers. Very confusing because then it's bye week and then it's Los Angeles Rams in Baltimore. Too many teams in LA. Way too many teams. All right, so game Sunday night. I'll have less time in between the game and the review show, but it doesn't really matter. I'll still do the review show set for Monday. Again, remember, the game is not a 1 o'clock game tomorrow. Getting a little later towards the end of the year, end of this season here. Playoff push happening. That's when you're going to see more Baltimore Ravens in prime time. Last game was in prime time then. So week 11, week 12, prime time games. Have a prime time game coming up week 15, week 16 as well. Does say the week 18 game is TBD. Probably depends on what's going to be happening. So we're hitting the prime time slate, or I guess the prime time section of the Ravens schedule. Gotta remember it's 8 o'clock. Fishing around on the TV Guide channel looking for the Ravens. Like, oh yeah, they're not on at 1 o'clock. All right, however, let's get out of here. Yeah, I don't do predictions. I don't really want to. I'll get into all my speculating and dissecting after. Again, game 8 o'clock Sunday Night Football. It's going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Ravens Preview. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Ryno. Fly, Ravens, fly.